Nobody talks about crisis in faith, yet it is such an integral part of your growth in your spirituality, in your religious development, in your personal growth. It's such an essential part, this crisis. So for all of us, when we first come to spirituality and religion, and be it converts or those who were born in religious, culturally religious environment and family dynamic, yet we start asking ourselves those important questions: who am I, where I'm coming from, why this is happening to me? And we're lucky enough to be guided towards something bigger than us. We just go into this state of crisis, and we're experiencing it as a massive disappointment with all our environment. It feels like, why haven't you told me? How come you were holding it away from me, from my knowledge, from my consciousness? All this time you knew and you haven't told me, sort of thing. So we sort of project this crisis on others. Normally we blame our parents, our family, our society, but also that irritation with lack of knowing, lack of knowledge, can be turned against ourselves. So we start blaming ourselves for the things that we've done, the things that we haven't, a person that we were and the person that we weren't. Because now we know better, and it's very difficult to move away from this, in this crisis, from being disappointed with yourself to self-forgiveness. Yet majority of us, we do go on the other side. And the point that I'm trying to make here is that it's not the end of your journeying in your spiritual and religious growth, because there will always be a crisis. Similarly, when you read Quran, when you attach your heart to Quran, you falling in love with it, you starting reflecting. It's all about tadabbur, right? It's all about reflection, it's all about tafakkur. And you're searching for the right teacher, for the right source, for the right book, for the right translation. And you are being told it's about linguistics. So you're learning Arabic. And you're being told it's all about recitation, so you learning tajweed, and then you're being told no, it's all about the history. So you following, you starting getting involved in the seerah of the Prophet and maybe even historic books, and this journey gets you to another crisis when you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but what about me? What about Quran and me? What about this divine sacred message and me? What about my experience of Quran? And the sad thing is that this journey, to my experience, let me know what is your experience of your journeying with Quran. To my experience, this crisis between you and Quran, between you and Allah, unfortunately has to be taken in your own hands. Unfortunately, we don't have enough circles, non-judgmental, based on acceptance, openness to listen and learn from each other's experiences of Quran. So let me give you an example. On the very beginning of my spiritual crisis, when I was looking for God and I found it in Quran and I took my Shahada, I was using some of the passages from Quran. I was writing them down, carrying them in my purse, like stafula, almost like a talisman, right? Because they were giving me comfort. And until today, they are my favorite. But they talk to me differently because I went on this journey. I followed the path of linguistics. I followed the path of historical insight. I followed the path of tajweed. I've learned how to recite it. I felt its effect on my heart now. I've read it in both languages, those that which I speak, and for actually 3 languages. The other one which I'm also trying to speak, which is Arabic. But the moment I sat down in that therapeutic Quran psychology circle. And I've learned that everyone experiencing the same surah, the same passage from Quran from the different angle, the moment I allowed myself to immerse in all of our experiences of this Quran, my crisis was just gone. Because I went deeper with it. So the crisis, be it with Quran, be it with you and your Lord, be it with you and your moral and ethical stance, those crises, they will have its beginning, that irritation and that blaming and maybe disillusionment with how righteous we were or how great of a people we were and how great were all those people who were surrounding us. And how great those interpretations were. We're moving on the scale in this crisis to personalizing it, to making the sense out of our own experiences with it, whatever it is. And that's okay. And that's normal. That's standard. That makes you just a book example. That's all right. I hope it helps. Let me know if it does. Assalamu alaikum.